The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. Excuse me. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All praises to Yahweh, by Shema Shai, Wahara Kakadash, the honors of the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, Shalom to the hopeful elect, and seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some looking like the heathen, beginning with the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, Yahweh shall speaking, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no ever shall be. Except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. So we're most definitely in the time of tribulation, man. And it's heating up more and more. Alright? Remember, America has never been attacked. America has never been invaded. But it's about to be. Isaiah 41. And excuse me. Isaiah chapter 21. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief, calamity shall come upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So with these things hitting America, going into the worst time ever since it was a nation, the first time ever, hey, people can freak out. They're terrifying times. Matter of fact, when you go back up, Yahweh Shemashah is telling you in verse 5, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms, you see? So you are no longer going to be looked at as clean, pure, as a virgin. All right? Why? Because you're going to be invaded, you're going to get judged, just like the other nations, but worse. It says, verse 6, I was wroth with my people, us Israelites. I have polluted mine inheritance, the land, and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a later forever. See, that's the mindset of the Edomites, that they were going to never be touched, beginning with these elites. America was going to never be touched. Big bad America. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am. Yeah, you saying you the Most High. And none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. One is being spoiled by the nations being judged. But these two things shall come upon thee in a moment and one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall come upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So this is the time we in. Real quick, 4 hours ago, ABC News, FBI warns Iran aspire to attack California with drones in retaliation for war. Alert. You see that? Hey, with them talking about sleeper cells, with them talking about cyber attacks. And now this, let's say it is Iran. Or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is, if it's Iran or I think it's America. I wouldn't doubt if it's Iran. You know, I honestly think it's a little bit of both. Because those that came in through the borders, believe the government, you know, they in their pockets, they paid them as well. But you see, hey, this place about to get touched, man. There's nothing but chaos and fear in the earth. All right? That's it. I'm going to play the video. FBI warns Iran inspired to attack California with drones in retaliation for war. Now this is perfect for what they're about to bring forth, man. Remember, remember the narrative that
iBuyDirect plus virtual try-on equals the perfect glasses for every class. Shop now at iBuyDirect.com.
HVAC's got motive, but that ductwork, it's hiding something.
Frank, the FBI warning of...
Everything is to justify what Esau is about to do. All right? The breaking down of this economy. Trump having all power or more power. Him staying in office. The cancellation of the November midterms. Hey, he wasn't activate martial law. Don't forget, hey, y'all. Don't forget April. They're talking about putting all the troops out in these major cities in all 50 states, man. Don't forget that. All these things are lining up for these things to happen as planned. All right? As planned. And what's next, y'all? The MOTB. The MOTB. As a matter of fact, Redacted was going into cybersecurity earlier. Let's pull it up real quick. Going to monitoring and taking control of what's being said on the internet. Hey, that's going to the family of the word. Okay, I haven't had time to read it yet. But I'm going to most definitely read it after this, but I just want to show you real quick. It says White House, this is whitehouse.gov. White House unveils President Trump's cyber strategy for America, March 6, 2026. All right, so I'm going to go into that. Father, I was weird later on after I read it. But hey, this what's going on, man. All right, this what's going on. Hey, with that cyber security, hey, that's going. Hey, from the little bit I heard from Redacted, that's going to monitoring, man. Remember, they want control. All right, now let's go ahead and play this video. Talking about Iran about to launch drones over here in Cali. So hey, we got to be circumspect all around, man. All right, because things are going down, regardless if it's planned or not. It's happening. As a matter of fact, I had these since yesterday. Iran land mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and it said America's destroying them. And I was watching a little bit of the Midas touch, and what they said made sense. Like, hey, that's very strategic by Iran, because America's not gonna risk sending $1 billion oil ship through there for goods, man. All right. I'm like, yo, that makes sense. So that's very strategic. All right. Matter of fact, look, oil prices could reach $200 a barrel. Iran officials say. Where is it? I had it since yesterday. Check this out. The U.S. just intercepted an encrypted Iranian transmission that may have activated sleeper cells around the world, and law enforcement is on high alert. 22 hours ago. Where is it, man? Here it is. The two up top. I'm gonna hit. It says Iran drops mines in the Strait of Hormuz as oil crisis takes terrifying turn. The second one. It says U.S. destroys mine-laden vessels as Trump warns Iran over Strait of Hormuz. And look, Americans are pulling money out of their 401k funds at record rates. Might as well, because shit, the hell with paying them back. I don't know if they, take that out of your check or not, but if they don't, hell, man, shit. Anyway, let me see. France is sending 10 warships toward the Middle East, and the mission could soon soon involve the Strait of Hormuz. These contagious illnesses are spreading throughout the United States. Through the United States, here's what you can do to protect yourself. You repent and convert and turn back to Yahweh Shemashah if you're an Israelite. That's it. Look, we're going to get to the video, y'all. Is he making this up? CBS reporter, excuse me, letter asked Levitt if Trump's reason for attacking Iran is fake. Of course. You know, she going to take up for him. They busted her today for lying about a tweet. I forgot exactly what it was, but they were speaking about it in the Midas Touch. Trying to say America was sending something through the Strait of Hormuz. Come to find out, her ass was lying. Let me see. We hit that this morning. It's Latin Times. U.S. reportedly asked Israel to refrain from further strikes on Iranian energy facilities. I don't believe that. Department of Homeland Security shutdown forces airports to tell travelers to arrive 4 hours early amid massive delays. And don't forget, with DHS, with this partial shutdown, hey, these the agency that's underneath the Department of Homeland Security, hey, they short. So cybersecurity, all that stuff, man, is they can't catch this stuff, man. I see all this stuff is planning out. International Energy Agency to release record oil reserves to calm markets. Shit, you know, once they start tapping into the oil reserves, that's it. Hey, you know it's serious business. All right, and once they run out of them oil, the oil reserve, that's it. Now let's just play this video. I try to throw everything in there. It says the Iran war is already producing major military firsts. You are the biggest so far. Look, check this out real quick. Man, that's a lot going on, man. The Elder Pastor Hart always says, if you miss a day, you miss a lot. It says 10 hours ago, breaking, van crashes through White House security barricade, man detained. Hey, so, let's see what type of story they bring out about him. All right, let's see if he was ISIS inspired, or if he was a so-called black man, or Muslim, or whatever, or some type of extremist.
No, not.
Cause that's the time we in. Let me see. Let's go ahead and hit this, man. Let's go ahead and hit this. Y'all can check this out for yourselves. I'm gonna read up on it in a little bit. White House. This is the WhiteHouse.gov. It says White House unveils President Trump's cyber strategy for America, March 6, 2025. We'll read it. The White House today released President Trump's cyber strategy for America, outlining the administration's priorities for ensuring that America remains unrivaled by cyberspace. It calls for unprecedented coordination across government and private sector to invest in the best technologies and continue world-class innovation, and to make the most of America's cyber capabilities for both offensive and defensive missions. It says this strategy communicates the Trump administration's cyber vision and approach to the American people, to Congress, to our partners in industry and allies across the globe. You ain't got no damn allies. And also to adversaries. It explains the administration's priorities, summarized in 6 policy pillars, which will guide action and resourcing through the follow-up policy vehicles. This strategy builds on President Trump's actions to date and requires a level of coordination, commitment, and political will never before marshal again against cyber threats. President Trump's leadership has created a new era in cyberspace. So I just read it a little bit. As you see, related. Like I said, we'll read up on it. Let's go ahead and hit the video. I don't want to prolong it any longer, because we're going to get it anyway. That's a lot going down, man. Like, be circumspect, man. Again, regardless if Israel or Iran is doing it or America's
Beautiful
friendly,
ladies loving it. Perfect. Let's get the lucky men in here,
we're in a
huh?
time of terror, man. Time of tribulation.
The FBI warning of possible.
All this is to bring forth this beast system, the mark of the beast, which all this is what? The end of Esau's empire. So, hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
The FBI warning of possible Iranian drone attacks on our homeland. A new alert reviewed by ABC News. Iran's aspirations to conduct a surprise attack specifically against unspecified targets in California. The FBI saying it's warned police departments across the Golden State now of strikes by unmanned aerial vehicles or drones as tensions rise in the Middle East. Let's get straight to our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Kantersky. Aaron, what are you learning?
We've reviewed an alert that came within the last couple of weeks, Kira, just recently, from the FBI to law enforcement agencies up and down the California coastline, warning that Iran is aspiring now to perhaps launch some kind of a retaliatory attack on the U.S. mainland using drones on the West Coast. The alert that we reviewed said an uncorroborated report suggested that unidentified Mexican cartel leaders had authorized attacks using drones carrying explosives, so they know that capability exists. And this separate alert that we've reviewed, Kira, says that Iran has those same kinds of aspirations. So the U.S. has broadly known for some time that drones could be deployed against the homeland. We know that Iran has been using drones significantly in this 12-day-old war with the United States. That's what killed the first 6 U.S. service members in this war. But now the FBI is specifically warning police agencies in California along the Pacific coastline that Iran is aspiring to use them to attack in the West.
So why California? Why the West?
Good question. And that's not exactly clear, but perhaps there's thought that Iran has these things pre-positioned on ships that are still in international waters or that could float through international waters. We know that we've previously reported, Kira, on Iran's desire to perhaps activate sleeper cells in the United States, although that's certainly far from confirmed or far from anything operational as far as law enforcement knows. It's not clear why the West Coast as opposed to the East Coast, but that's what the alert from the FBI says.
All right, Aaron Kantersky, we'll stay on top of it. Thank you so much.
He just pulled that shit out his ass. That's why he was stuttering. It is. They are aspired to hit California, but they don't know the specific locations. But they can hit a whole damn state. California big as hell. You got that much information, but you don't know the area they're going to hit? Get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language, y'all. Hey, like I said, planned or not, these things are going to happen. Because judgment is upon Babylon. And if Esau is planning this on his own, it's going to get out of hand and it's going to turn against him. All right, we read it in Isaiah 47. Great judgment is going to hit this place, man. Like never before. The first time ever since it was a nation. Or the times that we're entering into. The Great Tribulation, man. And you Christians are still here. And also, it came to me, went away. Damn. Oh yeah, don't forget. All this is to justify them bringing forth the mark of the beast, man. All right, this police state. All right, it was something else. Let me pause it. Hopefully it'll come back to me. It was a big thought. Yeah, this all is part of the plan. I think this was a thought. I can't remember. Hey, concerning them troops being out, and this is going to justify them sending the troops at homes and your doors, kicking your doors in. Remember, they're not gonna need a warrant or none of that, man. They done said that. Don't forget about that. That's second to 16. So all this stuff is gonna play out very soon. See, nothing is being done for no reason. Alright? Cause see, they're about to justify having these troops out. And they're gonna that stop and frisk. All of that. And they're coming to your crib and they don't need a warrant to kick your door in and snatch your ass up. Me included. So don't forget about these things. Second Esdras 16. And they supposed to protest this weekend around my way concerning that prison that they about to open back up. The house so-called illegals. But hey, what these people don't understand is they think it's just for the so-called illegals. No, they can be around here in my area. Hey, like we said, hey, they could be in some smaller areas. We don't know, but most definitely in these major cities. Just what happened, hey, that Rivers Correctional Facility is right up the way from me. You see? So hey, they most definitely gonna be. ICE gonna be around here. All right, and I'm glad to get these goddamn YNs and these YNBs up off these streets. All right, and these damn fake Christians, man. Yeah, they might snatch me up. But hey, I know you how about your shot with me, man. So I ain't. It is what it. I ain't worried about it, man. All right, I'm tired in the damn way. This second Esdras chapter 16 and 68, it says, Behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you by idol with things offered in the idols. That's these prisons, man. All right? Concentration camps. And they that consent, remember that right of due process, that junk gone. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden on the foot. And remember, we did this is part of the report yesterday, one of the reports yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, might have been the day before, through the Spirit of Prayer, Yahweh Shema Shah, how officers are sitting back and they're making bets on which inmates gonna kill each other first, gonna kill themselves first. You see? So that's how horrifying and inhumane the situations are. And people they not built up like that in the mind. They don't have Yahweh Shema Shah. The Israelites don't. 2/3 don't, is what I'm saying. So when they're in these situations, they're like, oh man, inhumane conditions, and they don't know what to do. They bugging out, going crazy. Shema Shah say, he can deliver some of us out of these situations, and some of us, it's just going to be, hey, just worship Yahweh Shema Shah to the death. So regardless, we're going to be good. All right? We're gonna be comforted in Yahweh Shema Shah. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. All Israel. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, all Israelites. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And I truly believe in my spirit that they're going to come out and say, well, yeah, we want all them Israelites. I believe they're going to come out and say it on the news. Because remember, prophecy, excuse me, it says that, I think it's Zechariah, either Zephaniah or Hosea 1. I actually think it's both. That Yahweh Shema Shah will give us fame and praise in the land where it says that we are not his people. All right? So, hey, watch how Yahweh Shema Shah do these things, man. But yeah, that was a quick report through the Spirit and Power Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay on your P's and Q's and be circumspect. And, hey, anything happen at any given time, man. Stay prayed up in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. Shalom.